Hello. This is Papa West on Politics. This is Fact Check Sunday. Checking in with you. We got something special this Sunday. As always, we got to talk about the Trump Twilight Zone Experience, TTE. It just won't stop, will it? It just keep going on and on and on and on. So let's get right to it. We just found out for sure that Kristi Noem, the Department of Homeland Security, over FEMA, she did not send out help until Tuesday. The flood was on Friday. This is going out to MAGA. Remember, MAGA, you voted these people in. These are your people. This is who you support. Okay, some of those people in Texas that perished, they were MAGA. They were MAGA kids and MAGA adults. So let's just make sure we make that clear. Okay, so they needed help. They didn't get help in time. And a lot of people perished that should have perished. Now, FEMA was fully funded under the Biden administration. You can check these facts. Just check them yourself. It's called Google. Now, here's the thing. I'm not trying to politicize this. I'm just calling a thing a thing. Kristi Noem should have been on her job immediately and sent help down to Texas, probably, I would say, no later than Saturday morning. If she couldn't do it Friday night, no later than Saturday morning. The reason that she gave for not sending help, she said that everything over $100,000 needed to be cleared on her desk. Okay. Mr. Trump said he wanted to defund FEMA, which is an awful idea. It's ridiculous. FEMA should be fully equipped, fully funded to assist any state in America with any disaster at any time. That's what it's meant for. So we do know that there's been a few mishaps over the years with FEMA, but at the end of the day, we need FEMA to assist the American people. So now, a lot of people is asking for Kristi Noem's head for her to retire or to resign. Donald Trump doesn't want her to resign. Okay, so be it. Here's the thing. MAGA, remember, I'm trying to make the world a better place in which I found it. And I always say, I'm going to call a thing a thing a thing. I'm going to call a thing what it is. I would like for Donald Trump to be successful as a president. I didn't vote for him. I don't support him, but he is the president. So therefore, I would want him to be successful. So he needs to act like a president for all people, not just people that voted for him. Now, the best thing for him to do is have her resign. He's not going to do that. We see that's not going to happen. Okay, now, MAGA, I hope you see by now that you made a mistake by voting for Donald Trump. Now, there are reasonable Republicans out there that I like to call grown-ups. Grown-up Republicans that are like, they're sensible, reasonable, and you can work with them. But these MAGA people are very, very crazy and very destructive. They really are. So you can't get away with saying fake news, this is not real, the left, you got to own the libs. Okay, that sounds good on little snaps and little bites on the TV, but the reality is those people in Texas are still dead. So fake news, they can't replace, they're still dead. So the reality is, besides this new current thing that's not too old, the stock market crashed under Donald Trump. Eggs are still high under Donald Trump. That Donald Trump's trade tariffs are still raising prices. Don't forget, he's laid off thousands of people at the Department of Transportation, Department of Education, Department of Veteran Affairs, Social Security, etc., etc. Okay, now I just found out recently he had to bring back some of those people because he realized that they can't function. But this is what you get when you have a person that does not understand how to run government. You can't run a government like a business. It's not like that. People's lives are involved in this. So, with that being said, even if you're a MAGA person and you never voted for a Democrat in your life and you hate Democrats, you've been raised to hate Democrats, remember when you was a little kid and you were sick and your mother gave you some medicine and it tasted really awful. You said, I don't want to take that medicine. But once you took it, you felt better after you took it. You just felt really good. You said, oh, it really tastes nice, but now I feel good. This is what you're going to do with Democrats. You're going to have to vote for the Democrats, put them back in power to restore some type of justice, some type of responsibility, some type of law and order for all people, not just Republican Democrats, for everybody, so we can get our country back in shape. Right now, this is very, very ridiculous, okay? So if you do your homework and see what's going on, you'll see that it's very ridiculous. I know it feels good with some of you MAGA. You like hate, discrimination, racism, and make you feel good at night. And I know you want white supremacy to run the country. I get it. But you also got to understand, you need to have the white supremacists to run the country. Donald Trump would not be that. You need a more smarter guy than him and more intelligent than him. Okay? That right there being said, I want to send out a special message to Black MAGA. I'm going to go to church on you for just a second. I got to go to church, Black MAGA. Black MAGA, how do you support Donald Trump? Make me understand it, because I want to be in the club. I want to support him. I want to be down with him. I want to see what you see that I don't see. Okay, he's erasing DEI. He's renaming ships that were named after black heroes that he don't want them to be named that anymore on military bases. Everyone that is qualified as African American, that has a college degree, that got the jobs fair and square, they'll call the DEI hire now. How does that make sense? Doesn't make any sense. Black MAGA, you know, for centuries and years, from your family, your grandmother, grandfather, they already told you we got to be 5, 6, 7 times better than the white man to get the job, even be considered. So when you listen to a white man say, "Oh, it's DEI," believe me, that's bullshit. Because trust me, if we're not qualified to be there, they'll find a way for us not to be there. The only way we're there is because we had to do it by studying harder, getting better grades, just being 5 times better. That's just what it is. So, also remember this, DEI also covers white women and the handicapped. See, you never talk about that. See, Black Bama, I'm surprised you don't do your homework. It's not just for African American people or people of color or Hispanic people, also for white women and handicaps. See, that they always seem to leave that out. But if you do your homework, you'll know this. I got receipts, I always come up with receipts. It's called Google. Also, Black MAGA, I'm not understanding, I have some family members that MAGA says, what do you lie about? When they say that to me, I have to laugh, because I'm like, what hasn't he lied about? Maybe 20% of what he says is the truth and 80% is a lie. All you got to do is fact check him. None of the media ask him a question to fact check him, because if he does, he says, oh, that's a nasty question. Oh, that's a disgusting question. Why would you ask him that? Well, because, Mr. President, we want you to tell the truth. We want the truth. That's why we ask you that. We would like the truth. Can we get the truth? No, we can't get the truth, because you're not going to tell the truth. So that means basically this: if you ask him a question, you can't be in the press room. You can't be one of the reporters to interview him, because he's not going to let you come back, or he's going to tell your company to fire you or get rid of you. So therefore, now we're dealing with a person that we can't fact check him, we can't correct him. So whenever he says something, if you're MAGA and you don't do any homework, oh, I guess it's true. The president said it's true. So you decide not to Google and fact check him because you don't want to know the truth, so you just accept whatever he says. Which we know that's bullshit, Black MAGA, because if you flip the script and if it was Biden, Kamala Harris, or if it was Obama, oh, you would want to know all the facts. You would want him fact checked. You want the reporters to call him on everything he says, but now Donald Trump is president, so now you change the game. Now you don't move the goalposts. Now, Black MAGA, you have to understand something. You're not going to be successful under Donald Trump. People's already lost money in the stock market under Donald Trump. So even if you want to be, I like to call it white adjacent, like cool with white people, I get it. It still ain't going. It's not going to help you too much. At the end of the day, you're going to have to take your medicine. Like I said, it's going to taste bad, but when it goes down and it go in your stomach and you go through it, you're going to feel better in the morning. Everything will be fine. It'll be better in the morning. So Black MAGA, I want to let you know, I, Papa West, will be on him like white on rice, hard in the paint. When he does something right, I'm going to give him praise. When he does something wrong, I'm going to call it right in real time. It's wrong. Okay? Plain and simple. Now, anybody want to have any response or any requests, or you want to give me an email, you can email me back at popwest420@gmail.com. I take all responses. Anyone, black, Hispanic, white, that's MAGA or non-MAGA or triple Trump supporter wanted to debate me, I would love it. You would make my day. Please look me out and fill me out and debate me, because I would love to have it. It would be a wonderful day. It might be a bad day for you, but it'd be a wonderful day for me, because I'll have fun. Now, with that being said, God bless America. I want America to succeed as always. I'm not doing this to be mean. I'm just calling a thing a thing. Hard in the paint. This is Papa West on Politics, and I'll see you next time.